Hi y'all, thanks for stopping by my channel for those who are returning, and welcome for those who are new. So today I'm going to talk about my EDCs, my everyday carry for my TNs, the three sizes, nano, pocket, and personal, and how I use them. So out of the three, my ultimate favorite is the personal size. It won the pros and the cons, and of course it's my first TN ever before I got into the rabbit hole of buying Chic Sparrow traveler's notebooks. And then moving on to the Traveler's Company TNs. So after I got my personal size, I tried the pocket size. It was very iffy at first. I didn't know if I was going to be able to plan in it because it was much smaller, but I absolutely love it now. And then I dared myself, I guess, and tried the nano. And I could not believe that I actually could plan in it, because I've seen other content creators here on YouTube that plan their life in there, and I was like, you know what, let me try it, because my handbags are getting smaller and smaller. So I tried it and absolutely love it. I wanted to answer the question of, do they still work for me? The answer is yes. And then I wanted to answer the question of, why do they still work for me? So let's dive in. The biggest reason, probably out of all the reasons that I'm going to list out, is that I keep it simple. I don't overthink what I'm going to put in my planners. I just know it's only for planning and to-dos. I mean, there's a couple of other things, but it's a tool for me. When I say that I empathize with people who have a hard time deciding what to use and how to use them, I really do mean that wholeheartedly, because I love planning and journaling. I love watching that type of content on YouTube, and I see so many suffering over frustrations in their blank pages or unfinished books, whether for planning or for journaling, which leads me to make this video. And it was already an idea, but it reinforced why I should post it. Another reason is that it's okay to have blank pages. I don't beat myself up over them. I also try to figure out why it happened. I journal about it later. Was I feeling uninspired? Was I super busy? Was it a rough week, month, year? Thinking and writing about it later helps me work through those feelings. No one really should feel guilty about it in the first place. I mean, we're only human. Another reason, which I see so often in the planning community, is following trends. I don't follow trends. Don't get me wrong. In my younger years, I was, but that all changed. And a lot of times we don't realize that we don't like something until we think about what we like and then what we dislike. I'm talking about just in general, like our personal likes and dislikes. For example, the Hobonichi Weeks. I think that's what it's called. I know for sure it'll drive me crazy if I ever get something like that, because there's just not enough space for me, and it's a bit structured, and I want to be able to just freely write what I want to write. Have a certain amount of pages for myself in a certain topic or certain thing that I need to do. Like, I just don't want to be in a box. And then for the A5, I know that size is too big as a EDC, because I want to take my EDC everywhere. I don't want to have to worry about, hauling this huge thing. I appreciate the A5. I have multiple A5 TNs, but I don't use them as my EDC. Another thing is, if I can plan with basic pen and paper, then I'll be okay with not having the luxury items everyone covets. So I really don't need limited editions, custom made stuff, an item that equals an average mortgage payment. I digital planned and journaled for 18 years before getting back to analog planning, so it's possible to do. And those who've been following me know that the reason why I went back to analog planning is because I just didn't want to rely on technology anymore. That may change. Our planning styles and our lives change, so it can happen. But 18 years of digital planning was okay. If I didn't make that decision, I'd probably still be digital planning and journaling. And really, I'm okay with that, because it prevents me from buying things I don't need, then ultimately disliking it because it doesn't meet my idea of a good thing. Another reason is that planning isn't a hobby for me. To get bored with a specific planner or a planning system, it's just a tool for me to get things done. So for instance, when I was digital planning, it wasn't something that I just got bored with doing. I made a conscious effort to decide I don't want to rely on technology anymore. So I decided to go back to pen and paper. It's the opposite of digital planning. So I didn't blindly get back into analog planning. I researched planners before I bought anything. I mean, I can appreciate everyone's different from me. So I have to be very careful with advice on planning and planning styles, because I know with my quirks and limits, I know I'm not going to like everything that a majority of people like just go crazy about, like the Hobonichi craze. I know that that's not me. So that's how I stick to the basics, is because I look back at my digital planning period. If I didn't need it then I really don't need it now. That's the way I look at it. Another reason is I don't romanticize what planning can be. Like pretty spreads on Instagram or being a part of a productive community, because once you don't put in the time to make those spreads, or you realize that you put too many tasks in one day, it can get pretty discouraging. No one has the perfect solution. Only the guts to keep going will keep you from throwing out your planner out the window. So I'm okay with moving things to a different day. I'm taking intermittent breaks in between blank pages. I just move on. I know I'm not perfect, so I just realize that, hey, if I don't get like 50 million things done, fine. Like, there's another day. Another reason is that I apply the same principles from analog planning before I went to digital and then back to analog. So I didn't miss a beat. It was like riding a bike. Just something you pick back up. And I don't choose my plan for the wrong reasons, because someone else's planner is prettier or more busy than mine, because I go through different seasons in my life. Like with the last 2 years of planning analog style, like there's some weeks where I do nothing. Well, not that I do nothing, but it's not as busy. And then like I flip to another week and it's like crazy busy. Like I have so much to do and I don't even have the room in my planner. Like, whoa, what happened? So, I don't care. I don't stress out about it. All right, y'all. That's what I wanted to share today. So basically, I just wanted to go over the reasons why I believe that my planning system and journaling system still works, because of these reasons. And I hope that it helps you, even if it helps just one person. I mean, I know everyone's not going to agree with what I just stated, but, we're all different. We all plan differently. We all journal differently and all of that. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, what are the reasons you plan or the reasons you journal? Like, what are your likes, dislikes about the planners that you use, things like that. I mean, just, I love communicating with all of y'all. I love it when y'all share your experiences. I'm getting to know y'all in the comments, and it's just been really just a great experience so far, being a content creator and sharing these things that we enjoy and that we're very passionate about. I really appreciate all the ones that have subbed recently, the ones that have been with me at the very beginning. So I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.